shadow take me?
Kea. She's also got dark hair, but with these purple streaks in it. Real pretty. And her skin is darker than Amada's and Bidlan, but she's not nearly as dark as me, of course. No gods have skin like mine. They're all way better.
There's a difference?
Sure. Southern Dalmari, like my family, were lower caste. We can't ever become gods. We'll always be servants and soldiers and labourers.
And that's only because of the colour of your skin?
Uh-huh. Well, not only, but mostly. Like, if I'd been born with lighter skin, my parents are still dark blue, so I wouldn't be able to get a good job. Not in the north, at least.
I didn't think the Dalmari treated their own in that manner.
Other Dalmari are the worst. Well, after the Azadi, of course. Northlanders don't care about how I look. They only care about what I can do for them. That's better, I guess. Although, I don't always understand if someone's going to be nice to me or not. At least, the Azadi are easy to understand. They hate all of us. Doesn't matter if we're dark or light. It's all the same to them. Blue is blue.
I guess that's better then. But yeah, I loaded... Like, I've had this issue with one other game before that all of a sudden, before, there was the issue with my game that I quit at the time. And then when there was an opportunity to hear Pip completely say this to the end, I wanted to load a little bit further away so that I could be hearing this completely and not having not to be able to hear it. Because I wanted to be able to know exactly what he would be saying. But I have had this issue with one other game, I'm not completely sure why, that all of a sudden, like, I can still hear the game music, I can still hear the game, like, everything else would seem to work, but the screen itself is frozen. And there's no movement in that at all, no matter what I would do or what I would hear myself even doing or some such, which is very weird. I'm not exactly sure what causes that to happen in a few very rare cases, but a few cases like that. Let's go, Pip, now then, back to where we were before, basically, and I shall be giving you your tip.
What?
A tip would be appreciated. In recognition of all my hard work.
You're really something. Here. Now run back, you little thief.
Goodbye, Beep. I hope you will be able to do well. At least you know that at least if there's no way to save them or rescue them, you won't be seeing your parents, so you probably best try to make the best of your life, at least not trying to wait for them to be arriving. But let's go and just discuss to him again. I am sure that the woman that comes to complain is going to be our answer of getting in there after we first discuss to that man. So we shall be doing exactly that.
I'll need to find a way to get past that goon. Greetings, brother.
What? Who's there? Gods damn it. You gave me a right scare, mate. Where in the Seven Hills did you come from?
The shadows. Step aside, I'm late for the assembly.
Right, of course. Blood and land, brother.
Maybe we could now try the Force, because I was considering about, but maybe we should do the same, because I already chose the Echo before, so fine, I'll do the Echo again.
Well, blood and land.
Yeah, all right. Wait, that's my line. What's the passphrase?
Blood and...
You don't belong here. This is a private gathering.
You people ought to be ashamed of yourselves. How dare you put this muck on my door? Just because I'm human, don't mean I'm interested in your speciesist propaganda. I've lived next door to Dalmari most of my life, and they've never once done me or mine any harm. Here's what I think of your so-called humanist rally. And your Honour Hilarist can go fuck himself. He's a traitor. You all are. When the Azadi finally pack up and leave, we will remember what you've done. Be sure of that.
Invitation. He's not paying any attention. Well, this is something towards our goal. I guess the woman just already disappeared so that I can't talk to him or something. Or her, I mean. I don't know why I always... Well, it's the fact that when there's only one word for she, he in Finnish language, then I just always say either he or she, and it doesn't really matter to me which I say. That much I know it's not correct to say she when it's a he and a he when it's a she, but, well, it's just what I'm used to, and I just say that it still means the person that we saw. So I just say it. Even if it's not exactly the he or a she, but yeah, just happen to be saying it. Oh well.
It's disgusting what's going on in there. Them bad-mouthing magicals, like they're the problem. The magicals have always lived here. It's the Azadi who've upset the balance of things.
You ought to be more careful speaking ill of the Azadi. The walls have ears.
Oh, what are they going to do?
Here's the angry woman.
Ship me off to one of their re-education camps? I'd like to see them try.
They might throw you in Friar's Keep.
They wouldn't dare. They respect women, that lot. At least they've got that going for them, unlike those National Front traitors in there. Mark my word. The moment the Azadi leave, the Resistance will hunt down every last one of them and string them up on the city walls.
There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe. Definitely not a supporter of the National Front, that one.
Yep.
She dropped something. She carries the last piece of the flyer with her.
Oh, maybe we do need that from her.
People still keep their heads down around Azadi military. They must fear the worst. It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier.
Yes, true. Angry woman, could you talk to me?
Excuse me.
Balance! Where did you come from, eh? I didn't even see ya. What do you want? I don't want no trouble.
That piece of paper you tore. Do you have the other half?
What piece of... The National Front flyer? Why? Who are you?
Someone who's on your side.
Well, I dunno. You sound Azadi to me. What do you want that flyer for?
Long story. I need it to find a traitor. A traitor to the rebel cause.
Oh, right. Well, if it means getting back at that National Front filth, then by all means. Take it. And Balance bless you for standing up to those bastards.
Thank you. Alright, can we combine these then? Alright, it doesn't exactly look proper when it's a little bit torn, but hey, do I actually see the other side?
Honor and humanity. It's the slogan used by the National Front.
Alright.
That must be the passphrase I need to get into the meeting.
Yes, I was thinking that this doesn't look like we can be actually using this, but when we can see what is here as this. Okay, so the National Front for Faith and Family, and your humble human servant, Onox Hilaris. Political candidate to the City Watch. Invites you to the private Catherine tonight in Conte Court at dusk, precisely. Honor and humanity, vote Faith and Family, vote honor thingy. Alright, let's us be on our way then to this Catherine of ours. So it was honor and humanity, right? Just humanity, yes. Probably no other, wouldn't even give me the wrong choices anymore, but just to make sure.
Step aside, brother.
Gods! You snuck up on me.
Mm-hmm.
Blood and land.
Abandoned force.
Blood, land, honor and humanity. That's what these people claim to care about. They cling to their slogans like drowning men cling to driftwood. Honor and humanity.
Faith and family, brother. Go on through, mate. The meeting's already begun. If you haven't seen Mr. Hilaris speak before, you're in for a proper treat. That man is an example to us all.
If you say so. Donkeys.
Brothers, sisters, cousins, brave, humble human folk. Welcome to this meeting of the National Front for Faith and Family.
And donkeys.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for coming here tonight. Thank you. Thank you for the generosity of your time. Thank you for braving these ill-lit occult courts in your tireless search for truth. Yes. Oh, yes. Despite the selfless work of our benefactors, the enemy lurks out there, in the shadows.
Yes, like me. I'm in the shadows. Traitor, investigate the National Front identities. Yes, I was thinking about doing exactly that.
The hoods are probably to protect their identities. It never bodes well for a movement when its members are afraid to be seen. Nothing in particular stands out.
It warms my heart to see you standing before me. Standing up for
There's
what's
nothing
good
unusual about
and
that person.
fair. Glory, cousins. Glory be upon you.
Maybe
In the light
true that
The
of
way.
hoods are
goddess.
probably to protect their identities.
Yes.
It never bodes
I
well
spoke
for a movement
recently
when
with
its
our
members are afraid to be
benefactors.
seen.
I spoke to them about that.
There's nothing
immigrants,
unusual about that
the
person.
Magical.
I'm too far
Yes.
away to get a real sense of that person.
Yes. I
There's
spoke
nothing
to them.
unusual
I
about
said,
that person.
Listen to
Nothing in
these
particular
humble
stands
brave
out.
folk,
Nothing
your
in
cousins.
particular stands out. The hoods are
Humans
probably to protect their
brought to their
identities.
knees
It
by
never
the
bodes well
magical.
for a movement.
Driven
There's
to
nothing
bankruptcy,
unusual about that
to
person.
moral corruption.
Nothing in particular stands out.
Simple, uncomplicated
I'm too
men
far
and
away to get a
women
real sense of
led
that.
astray
There's
by
nothing
the
unusual about
devilish,
that person.
Demonic, magical, the necromancer. I said to them, we
The hoods
need
are probably to
make a
protect their
stand.
identities.
Now,
It never bodes well.
Now.
Honor Hilaris.
we need
He
to
leads
rally
this National Front for
behind our
Faith and Family.
benefactors, behind our own.
There's nothing
I said to
unusual
them,
about
I
that.
said,
The hoods are probably
You
to...
need.
I'm too
They
far away
need
to get a real
what
sense of that
we
person.
need is someone
I'm too
to
far
stand
away
up
to get a real sense
and
of that
speak
person.
the human cause.
Who are you? You're
The
someone we
true
know, I guess, because we
Mercurial.
are, so to speak, too far.
Someone not
National
afraid
Front
of the
members,
magical and
all
his
of them human, of
foreign
course.
tongues.
I'm too far
Yes.
away to get a real sense
Yes.
of that person.
You know me. You know me. You know I seek no fame
National Front
or
members,
fortune.
I'm too far away
seek
to get a
only
real
truth.
sense of that person.
I seek the light.
Nothing in particular
I seek
stands out.
justice for brave.
I'm too far away to
humble,
get a real
human folk
I'm
like
too far
you.
away to get a real
Really?
sense
Yes.
of that. He smells
Yes,
of lavender
yes.
oil.
I stand
he's a
here
physician.
before you as your
He smells of
servant.
lavender oil.
I stand here before
Maybe
you
he's a
as
physician.
your humble
Physician.
servant.
He smells of
Soon the
lavender
city will
oil.
elect a new council,
Maybe he's a
a
physician.
new leader.
Goddess,
One
that
who will
man
take
has a
responsibility
potent odour.
for the lawlessness
He can't have
that
changed his
haunts
clothes or
these
taken a
occult,
bath in months.
ill-lit lanes. Our benefactors do great work. They do brave work.
Must be wearing leather
important work.
undergarments.
Illustrious
They make an
work.
unpleasant
But
creaking
they
noise.
can't be
Okay.
everywhere.
So intriguing enough, I have to be
They can't
extremely close
protect
to them to
all
be
of
able
you
to try
from
to
your
smell
dark
them or
neighbours.
sus.
And where
There's
the
nothing
Azadi
unusual
fall
about that
short,
person.
Where their light
His
doesn't
breathing
reach,
is erratic and
the
shallow.
city watch can help.
He should visit a doctor.
Take the paper dragons that fly above us.
We're
as
not
we
weird at
speak.
all.
She's humming to herself.
Those blasphemous
tune I
constructs that fly
recognise.
in the face of all
A sweet
decent,
lullaby.
A
humble,
lullaby.
She's humming to
hard-working
herself.
human folk.
It's a tune I
Symbols of
recognise.
the magical.
A sweet
Symbols
lullaby.
of the dry
She
king.
smells faintly of salted meats.
Phooey.
Maybe she works in a butcher's shop.
Blasphemous betrayal
Goddess,
of all of
That
humanity.
man has a
Phooey.
potent odour.
Our
He
benefactors,
can't
the
have changed his
Azadi, they
clothes or
cannot
he has an
cut
odd and
every
annoying
line,
habit of
arrest
constantly
every
kicking his
traitorous
tongue.
child. They've more important things to do. This is the
I
City
find it very
Watch's
weird when we're
responsibility.
trying to get this
But
close to
what
people.
does the City Watch
He
do?
reeks of tobacco.
They stop
An
good,
Azadea
honest,
variant,
simple
unless my nose
human
deceives
folk
me.
from meting out well-deserved
Hammy used to smoke
justice.
this.
Hummy.
They stop us
He
from
reeks of
punishing the
tobacco.
magical,
An
that
Azadea
immigrant
variant, unless my
for his
nose deceives me.
necromancy and
Her
illusionism.
clothes smell strongly
Why,
of tar and
only last
smoke.
night, a young
She must
cousin
be
of
a
ours
factory worker.
was put
Her
in
clothes smell
chains
strongly of
Okay.
tar
for
and
laying
smoke.
righteous
Did I look
hands
you?
on
She must be a
magical.
factory
Yeah, I
worker.
guess.
A magical who'd cast a
Well
spell on
enough,
our young
at the very
cousin's
least.
sister. She'd fallen in with the magical, possessed with dark lust
Possessed with.
and obscenity. And our cousin is thrown in the dungeon for doing what's
He
right,
smells of rose
what's
water.
just,
It's rather pleasant,
what's
to be honest.
moral. Yes, this is
He
what the
reeks of
watch
tobacco.
does.
An
punishes
Azadir
prey.
variant, unless my nose deceives me.
Human folk for doing
Hammy used to
what's
smoke
right.
this.
For trying to save a young girl's soul from that demon.
He looks a little bit
the
sassy,
magical
especially around when I'm
immigrant.
so close by.
No.
He reeks of
The
tobacco.
City Watch needs
An Azadir variant,
leadership.
unless my nose deceives me.
Mercuria needs leadership.
Hammy used to
Someone who
smoke
can
this.
stand up against the magical
He has an
and
odd
say,
and annoying
"This
habit of
far
constantly clicking his
and
tongue.
no further. Someone who's willing to make sacrifices, to hammer in a
Honor
few nails
Hilaris.
to build a home.
He leads this
The
national
Watch
front for
is
faith
willing
and
to
family.
hammer no nails.
Is there some other things
build
that I need to
no
do
home.
exactly?
I blame their leader, that woman. With
I did
unnatural
investigate them
desires.
as well as
And
I at
blame
least
her
think
leaders,
I
that
can.
boneless council,
Donkeys, if you
slave
continue
to
to
the
leave the
immigrant.
rally, you will not be able to return. Okay, well then I will not be leaving the rally.
There
I
is
haven't made
only
any
one
proper a
solution.
sense of
Change.
who it would be
Change. Yes.
for
Yes.
sure.
Vote, faith, and family. Vote blood.
And honor.
Land.
Honor Hilaris.
And
He
humanity.
leads this national front for faith and
National
family.
Front,
This is a
and
really
vote
like a
for your
weird when
humble
like
human servant.
I
Yours
think I have
truly,
smelled
Owner
slash
Hilaris.
heard everyone that
With my guidance and
has something
leadership,
more special
the
in them.
magical,
He smells of rose water.
subhuman immigrant,
He
the
reeks of
dark
tobacco.
necromancer,
An
and
Azadir
warlock
variant, unless my nose
will be
deceives me.
banished from our home.
Hammy used to smoke
Our
this. Her
children
clothes
will be
smell
safe to
strongly of
play
tar
once
and
more.
smoke.
Our women
She
folks'
must be a
virtue
factory worker.
will be
But
protected.
yeah, the Hummy one
And
is the
these
most suspicious to me.
His left arm
Cult
keeps twitching.
avenues will be lit
He
by the
appears to have
light
some sort
the
of
goddess.
muscular dysfunction.
Oh, or maybe it's more than just the smelling one, because now you said
herbs.
like that.
Thank
Her clothes
you.
smell strongly
Okay.
of tar and
Thank
smoke.
you all
Nothing
for
in particular
coming.
stands out.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank
Oh
you for
no.
coming. Thank
Did
you.
it already
Thank you,
end?
kind you.
I guess so. Ah, damn it. Oh. At least I have some information, but I didn't notice the thing that I could have also done the full.
No one says we have to.
Honor Hilaris.
No.
He leads this
No,
national
the
front
light
for
of the
faith and
goddess
family.
is about acceptance, not disapproval. She smiles upon all good humans. Our common enemy is the filthy immigrant, the necromancer, that demon, the magical. That's what this is all
Necromancer,
about.
the magician. the-
Fighting the magical
Oh well,
infestation.
I hope I can
It's
be
not
able to
about
recognize
which
the
gods we do or
traitor.
do not worship. No. The Azadi are nothing if not open-minded. They'll never curtail your right to worship your gods of old.
No,
Of
no,
course,
of
the
course.
goddess represents the
There's
truth and the
a
light.
plenty of
She
balance,
symbolises the
possibilities
fight
of
against
resisting
magical
balance
sorcerer.
here in the town. Certainly, we
embrace
haven't
her
done anything to
light
the
is to
temple.
embrace
No,
humanity
no,
itself.
no, no. What are you
Thank
talking
you again
about?
for coming. Thank you. May you walk in the light, cousins. And remember, vote Hilaris. Vote Faith and Family. Vote National Front.
Are you guys going into the old town or not, I wonder? This one at least seems to be going back towards the old town, so I'll see if I'll follow this person around for the beat at least. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit... I should have looked even closer, I guess, in all honesty. Even closer. Oh, let's see where this person is going anyways for the moment, and I'm being out just into that house. Fine enough. Where I'm not running. What are you talking about?
These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Mercuria for a decade. Many of the foot soldiers don't see the point in staying and wish to return to their families.
Well, would you see the point in staying?
The pipes are manufactured both locally and in Azadir, and they bring them in by the boatload. They must require thousands of them to cover the city.
I guess so. I did actually accidentally look into one of those pipe things before, so it may be that that sentence isn't said, at least for the moment, right away.
While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or I act carelessly.
I think that was to the old town, this way. Yes, I'm pretty sure. I do need to go there first to at least see about trying to identify this one person.
Did you hear the one about the magical?
If I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. An Irhadian veil can be very effective.
Indeed it can, which is a very good thing, a very, very good thing. Ah, you guys are already here.
Where have you been?
Doing stuff.
Where have you been?
Well,
At a National Front meeting, identifying your turncoat.
It takes a traitor to find a traitor. Think you can point him out for us?
I can.
maybe.
Go on then, before we lose him.
I hope so.
Exotic oils, foreign herbs, soothing salves, ointments.
She sells herbs and potions, all of it non-magical, or so she claims.
But it shouldn't be a magical anyway, so maybe in there, all things considering. We did smell the certain smells anyways.
This one sells exotic snacks and nibbles. He smells faintly of camphor, or the pine forests of the north. Maybe he smells of tobacco. I'm not familiar with the scent. It's probably a Northland's weed.
Okay.
His breathing is heavy and wet.
Was that what was said before? I don't remember anymore.
His skin appears red and blistered. Perhaps he spent too much time in the sun.
This is the one that I'm most suspicious at the moment.
His breathing is heavy and wet.
But I don't remember it was heavy and wet. I really don't remember.
She's a sandwicher.
Tell your friends.
Practitioner of the ancient art of sandwiching. And also an alchemist. Retired.
My table's always open, day and
He
night.
smells of tobacco. He smells faintly of camphor, or the pine forests of the north.
It's like not those
Maybe
at the very
lavender oil.
least. Lavender oil wasn't the pleasant smell though.
His skin appears red and blistered.
Mercurius
Perhaps he spit
foremost
that man.
sandwicher here, ready to
Was he at the
perform
National Front
sandwiching to your
Assembly?
Was it you?
His breathing is heavy and wet.
That was the first one at least that you said that was he in there.
He looks somewhat familiar. I'm putting him down as a suspect.
Okay, you're just saying that about everyone.
He smells of tobacco.
But
I'm
this
not
is the
familiar
one
with
that
the scent.
is the only one that
It's
I
probably
recognize
a
at
Northland's
least
weed.
as something that could be the case. You're not paying any attention to that one.
I'm certain I've seen that man somewhere before. His breathing is heavy and wet. That beard. Where have I encountered... The Magicals keep their heads high despite the... That man. Was he at the National Front Assembly? He looks somewhat familiar. I'm putting him down as a suspect.
I've got tasty sandwiches.
His skin
No,
appears red
not
and
red
blistered.
and blistered. Unless I
Perhaps he
missed
spent too
that.
much time in the sun. I'm certain I've seen that man. Always, I trust Leaker. That beard. Where have I encountered that beard? He smells faintly of camphor, or the pine forests of that man.
Pickled shrimp cheese.
Was he at the National
Crispy
Front
bitter
Assembly?
leaf, wrapped
He
in a
smells of
crunchy
tobacco.
yeast bun.
I'm not
It's
familiar
not
with
that
the scent.
one though. It's not
It's
that one, that's
probably
for
a
sure.
Northland's weed. He looks somewhat familiar. I'm putting him down as a... He smells faintly of camphor, or the pine forests of the north. His skin appears red and
Where
blistered.
was you? Was it you?
Perhaps I'm certain I've seen
Well,
that man
I
somewhere
hope I'm
before.
getting this correct, because this is the only one that I remember that he was at least breathing more heavily, but I should have paid more attention to those things. It could be also the red skin, but then it would be someone that I wasn't close enough when I was inspecting them, which... Oh, that's going to be very annoying if that's the case.
His breathing is heavy and wet.
Was it heavy and wet? Is it you? Hope so, but I'm not sure. Should I load if I fail in this? I don't know. I hope it's you, because you're the only one that I can see here that you are at least suspicious, and because I know it was a tobacco that you knew. That's for sure. So that's something that it wasn't. And then I didn't see the red blisters. It might have been the red blisters, but that is something that I didn't see. And the perfume wasn't the lavender oil thingy. So I guess I'll have to go with this one for the moment, and I don't know if I should load if it's not the correct one.
Ah! Easy, pal! Nibbles. What's happening? Help! Help!
From man identified, no! Then it had to be the red blistered one. I really wish that it would have been a little bit more clearer to me before, though. I really wouldn't want to be making the wrong call, though. So I would really want to go back. But I'm feeling that, should I? It's the blind playthrough. Should I go back when I have made the wrong call? I don't know. I really just feel a little bit annoyed that I made the wrong call. Because I'm 100% sure it couldn't have been anyone else than the blistered skin, that I just wasn't close enough to some specific person there. At least, like, I at least would like to go and see if that's actually going to be the case. So, okay, I will cut this. I'll be back with you shortly. Then. Okay, so we are ready to go and try to get into the meeting. I got the paper and everything like that. The thing is that I really actually hope that they switch it around, or it is random what person happens to be the actual traitor. That would be lovely, then I don't feel like I'm cheating because of trying to do this again. But I just want to be able to at least look everyone through completely so that I understand. Like, in the start I wasted a lot of time just looking at them from the distance, and I didn't do what I was, so to speak, supposed to be doing, which is really sad. I really I want to at least have the best chance of trying to identify. I just wish that maybe that I had just a teeny tiny bit more time at least than last time around to be looking them through. I'm sad to load.
Step aside,
but
brother.
I don't know.
Guts! You snuck up on me.
Maybe I should
Blood
be
and
loading
land.
back later on, or do
Blood, honor, and humanity.
the same
Faith
thing.
and family, brother. Go on through, mate. The meeting's already begun.
Maybe I
If you
should
haven't
do
seen
the
Mr. Illyris speak before, you're in
mistake
for a proper
anyways.
treat. That man is an example to us all.
But I was just very much troubled by the fact of not being able to do this. Well, anyways, failing is sad, but then when I feel like I didn't even look
Brothers,
everyone through the way I should
sisters,
have looked them through,
cousins,
it's sad.
Brave,
That's sad.
humble human folk. Welcome to this meeting of the National Front for Faith
And family and donkeys.
Yes, 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 yes.
I just hope
Thank
that you
you
guys
for
don't
coming
mind
here
it too
tonight.
much that
Thank
I
you.
will just go and
Thank
load,
you
because
for the
I really,
generosity of your
really,
time.
really want to have a look
Thank
into
you
this
for
again.
braving these ill-lit occult courts in your tireless search for truth. Yes. Oh, yes. Despite the selfless work of our benefactors, the enemy lurks out there, in the shadows.
It could also be that I wasted too much time listening to him talk to the other people still. Not
For they
sure.
are close.
Up.
They
His
are
beard is speckled with something that looks like flour. Maybe a baker?
I smell
Okay.
them. Do you not smell
His
them?
breathing is erratic and shallow.
Okay, that was erratic and shallow.
Visit a doctor.
So indeed, not the correct person.
She's humming to
It
herself.
warms my heart
It's
to
a
see
tune
you
I wrote.
standing
She
before
smells
me,
faintly of
standing
salted
up for
meats.
what's good and
He has an
fair.
odd and annoying habit
Glory,
of constantly
cousins.
clicking his tongue.
Glory be upon
I'm
you.
too far away to get a real
the
sense.
light
There's nothing
of the
unusual about that
goddess.
person. He
Yes.
smells of lavender
Yes.
oil.
I spoke
Maybe he's a
recently
physician.
with our benefactors. I
Her posture
spoke to
is
them
odd.
about that
It's almost like she's
immigrant
tilting slightly to one side.
magical.
He
Yes.
reeks of tobacco.
Yes.
An Azadir
Yes.
variant, unless my nose
I
deceives
spoke
me.
to them. I said, listen
The hoods
to
are
these
probably to
humble,
protect
brave
their
folk,
identity.
your cousins.
He smells of rose water.
Humans brought
rather
to
pleasant,
their
to be
But
knees
that's rose
by
water,
the
so it wasn't the
magical.
same as the one
Her
other one.
hands are rough,
To
with
moral
scores of small
corruption.
cuts.
Simple,
His right
uncomplicated
hand has the
men
mark
and
of a
women
heavy smoker.
led astray
His
by
fingers
the
and nails are
devilish,
yellowed and cracked.
demonic,
Her.
magical.
Oh?
The
It appears his skin
necromancer.
has a strange
I
pallor.
said to them, I said,
He might
we
suffer from
need
moon
to
waste.
make a stand. Now.
Her clothes smell strongly of tar and smoke.
We need to rally.
She must be a factory
Behind
worker.
our benefactors,
His left arm keeps
behind
twitching.
Our own.
He appears to have
And I
some
said
sort
to
of
him, I said,
muscular dysfunction.
You need.
His beard is
They
speckled with some...
need
He
what
must be
we
wearing
need.
leather undergarments.
Someone to stand up.
They make an
and
unpleasant
speak the
creaking
human
noise.
cause.
That
The
man
true
He smells of
Mercurian.
lavender oil.
Someone
Maybe
not
he's a
afraid
physician.
of the
Her clothes
magical
smell
and his
strongly of tar
fine
and smoke.
tongues.
She must
Yes.
be. It appears his
Yes.
skin has a strange
know me.
pallor.
You know
His
me.
right
You know
hand
me.
has the
I
mark of a
seek
heavy
no fame
smoker.
or
His fingers
fortune.
and nails are
I
yellowed and
seek only
cracked.
truth. I seek
His right
the
hand
light.
has the mark of
I
a
seek
heavy
justice
smoker.
for brave,
His fingers and nails are
humble
yellowed and cracked.
human folk like
Heavy
you.
smoker. That
Yes.
could be it
Yes,
as well,
yes.
but he just doesn't
I stand
smell
here
like it.
before you
He's a heavy
as
smoker,
your
you just don't
servant.
identify the smell.
Stand here
He
before you
smells of
as your
rosewater.
humble
Rosewater.
servant.
It's rather her hands are
Soon the
rough,
city
with
will elect a
scores
new
of small
council,
cuts.
A new
He
leader.
reeks of tobacco.
One who will
An Azadir
take
variant, unless my
responsibility
nose. Her
for the
posture is odd.
lawlessness that
It's almost
haunts
like she's
these occult,
tilting slightly to one
ill-lit
side.
lanes.
It may also be indeed
Our
that I was there
benefactors do
too
great
late,
work.
because I didn't
They
go
do
there
brave
straight, but
work,
I'm not sure.
important
He has an odd
work.
and annoying habit of
Illustrious
constantly
work.
clicking his tongue.
But they can't
He
be
smells
everywhere.
of lavender oil.
They can't
Maybe he's a
protect
physician.
all of you from your
There's nothing
dark
unusual about
neighbours.
that person.
And
Or
where
maybe
the
I didn't
Azadi
look through
fall
everyone that I
short,
should have been
where
looking
their
through.
light
There's nothing
doesn't reach.
unusual about that person.
The
Her
city
hands
watch
are
can
rough,
help.
with scores of small
Take the
cuts.
paper dragons that fly above
He
us
smells
as
of
we
rosewater.
Speak. Yes.
It's rather pleasant,
Those
to be honest.
blasphemous constructs that fly in the
Rosewater,
face of all
lavender
decent,
waters.
He
humble,
reeks of tobacco.
hard-working
And then
An
there-
Azadir
human
variant,
folk.
unless my nose is...
Symbols
He has an
of the
odd and annoying
magical,
habit of
symbols of the-
constantly
the
clicking his...
dry
He
clean.
smells of lavender oil. Goddess,
Phooey.
that man has a
Blasphemous
potent odour.
betrayal of all of
His
humanity.
breathing is erratic
Phooey.
and shallow.
Our benefactors,
She's-
the
she's
Azadi,
humming to
they
herself.
cannot cut
It's a
every
tune,
line,
nothing in
arrest
particular.
every
She
traitorous
smells
child.
faintly of
They
salted
have more
meats.
important things to do.
Maybe she
This
works
is
in a
the
butcher's
City
shop.
Watch's
He has an odd and
responsibility.
annoying habit of
But
constantly
what does
clicking
the
his
City
tongue.
Watch
Well,
do?
nothing smells out
Stop
straight,
good,
but okay,
honest,
it
simple
shouldn't be the
human folk
person
from meeting out
with the red
well-deserved
skin or
justice.
blisters
To stop
either,
us
for
from
sure.
punishing
It
the
shouldn't be that
magical,
one.
that
It shouldn't
immigrant
be...
for his necromancy and illusion.
It could be the tobacco smoker from those
only
people,
last
unless it's the
one
one
cousin
with
of
the
ours
beard.
was put
Bird.
in
Bird.
Nothing in
chains
particular
for
stands
laying
out.
righteous
His beard
hands
is
on a
speckled with
magical-
something that looks like
a magical
flour.
who'd cast a spell
Maybe
on
a
our
bacon.
cousin's sister.
Bird with flower.
She'd fallen in with the magical, possessed
Oh,
him.
no
Dark
idea.
lust.
As such, I really hope
Send
there's
it.
actually some more
Our
choices
cousin
in there
is
that I
thrown in the
didn't even
dungeon for doing
notice.
what's
Hmm.
right,
I'll just have to
what's
look better and
just.
closer, because I was just
What's
wondering that
more?
if those are the only
Yes.
choices, that could it then
This is
be
what
this
the watch
one?
does. Punishes brave,
But
simple,
yeah, I don't know.
human
I'm just
folk
glad
for
that I
doing
was able to
what's
go at least
right.
through this again, so
To
that
try
I
and
know
save a young
exactly,
girl's
like, the
soul
ones...
from that
Some of them
demon,
I didn't
the
investigate
magical
close because I
immigrant.
didn't realize to
No,
investigate them
no,
closer.
no.
Now at least I
The
can
City
say that I
Watch
investigate
needs
them all
leadership.
closely. There's no
Mercurial
one that I
needs
didn't
leadership.
have any look
Someone
at.
who
I
can
might still
stand
get
up
it
against the
wrong, but
magical
at
and
least
say,
I had a proper
"This
look.
far,
It appears
and
his
no
skin has a
further."
strange pallor.
Someone who's willing to make
He might suffer from
sacrifices,
moon
to
waste.
hammer in a
Moon
few nails to
waste.
build
His
their
right
home.
hand has the mark of a heavy
The
smoker.
watch is willing
His
to
fingers
hammer
and
no
nails are
nails
yellowed and cracked.
to build no
That's
home.
intriguing, though.
I blame their leader.
Her
that woman
hands are rough,
with
with
unnatural
scores of... He
desires.
smells of
And I
rosewater.
blame her leaders,
It's rather
that
pleasant.
boneless
He reeks of
council,
tobacco.
slave to the
An Azadir
immigrant,
variant.
the
You were
magical.
the
Nose,
physician.
He
What
smells
can
of
be
lavender
done?
oil.
There is
Maybe he's a physician.
only
So
one
rosewater and
solution.
lavender oil, for example.
His left arm keeps twitching.
Change.
He appears
Yes.
to have some sort of
Yes.
muscular dysfunction.
Vote,
Nothing in particular stands
faith,
out.
And family.
Okay,
Vote
I
blood.
think, yeah, you're now saying the last
Land.
one, so
Honor
let's see. If
and
I get it right, I
humanity.
guess I can keep
Vote
it, but if I get it
National
again wrong,
Front
then
and
then
vote
that
for
will
your
at least be
humble
the final
human servant.
final trial.
Yours truly,
I just hope you guys don't
Hillis.
mind it too much that
With
I
my
went and
guidance and
loaded, but I was
leadership,
just really
the
sort of
magical,
annoyed of
that
the fact that I...
subhuman immigrant, the dark necromancer and warlock
Honor
will be
Hilaris.
banished from
He
our
leads
home.
this National Front for Faith and Family.
Specifically when I didn't investigate them all properly through. That was the biggest problem. If I did have a look of all of them properly before then it would be fair enough. I made a mistake and that's it. But yeah, I almost wish that I had loaded already before so that I wouldn't have even made the guess.
Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Do I get it right? Do I get it wrong? That's all that there is to it now.
I speak.
Well, let's try to go and
I visit the
identify
tower often.
the collaborator.
Even broken fast.
Yeah. I really do somewhat hate loading, but on the other hand, when I couldn't look through them all, it was a bit annoying. It just ended when I realized that I could also be looking to the people who...
And the pregnant pig? No?
Pregnant pig?
I think it starts with the magical in a pigsty. Or... was it the other way around?
Okay.
No, forget it.
Hello, hello. Let's
Where
try
have
it
you
out. In places.
Where have you been?
At a National Front meeting, identifying your turncoat.
Oh, let's see.
It takes a traitor to find a traitor. Think you can point him out for us?
I can.
Go on then, before we lose him.
I did also find it a little bit weird that I didn't investigate or was interested in any of the females, because there were also females there. Well, it's not that magical, at least.
Man, was he at the National Front assembly?
I've got tasty
Nothing interested in that one.
His breathing is heavy and wet.
So clearly enough, not you.
He smells of tobacco. I'm not familiar with the scent. It's probably a Northlands weed. He looks somewhat familiar. I'm putting him down as a suspect. He smells faintly of camphor, or the pine forests of the north. Maybe lavender oil.
Lavender oil? Actually, it was lavender oil. Was it the physician who had the lavender oil smell? It's sort of weird, though.
I'm certain I've seen that man somewhere before.
It's weird that you say that with the many of them.
His skin appears red and blistered. Perhaps he spent too much time in the sun.
Yeah, well, lavender oil, like I was thinking that the rose one, and you say it differently. You don't talk about the physician if it is indeed that one that is the physician. Now then, because that actually it could be the one I was thinking that wasn't it the lavender oil
The magicals keep
that
their
you
heads
were
high
thinking
despite the
about
Azadi
before
threat.
as well, right?
It's a testament to their resilience. He smells faintly of camphor.
That
or
is
the
not
pine
it,
forests
that's
of
for
the
sure.
north. Maybe lavender
No,
oil.
camphor or like there was no mention of camphor or pine forest then, but lavender oil. Lavender oil is the one that does ring a bell.
He smells of tobacco. I'm not familiar with the scent.
It's either
It's
that
probably a Northlands
or
weed.
this one, because I don't see any other possibilities that we can choose from. But I'm thinking that it's probably the lavender oil then. A physician with lavender oil. Even though...
That beard. Where have I encountered that beard? His breathing
Yeah,
is
not
heavy
you,
and wet.
not you, not you. Not you.
That man. Was he at the National Front? His
And
skin
not you.
appears red and he looks somewhat familiar. I'm putting him down as a suspect. He smells faintly of camphor. or the
It
pine
could be
forests of the
him.
north.
Well, I
Maybe
guess this is
lavender
going to
oil.
be my guess because of the lavender oil. And
He smells faintly of camphor.
either it's
Or the
him
pine
or it's
forests of
not.
the north.
I guess we'll see.
Maybe lavender oil.
Ah! Easy, pal.
Who are you people? Where are you taking me? You got the wrong man.
Right man identified. Okay, he was able to even know that it was like, you got the wrong man. Well, I don't know. Should I be given this because I did now identify the right person, but I gotta say that that was pretty cleverly done, like talking about all the other stuff like forest stuff, and then just in the very last bit mentioning the lavender oil scent. Which I really like would have thought that it would have been mentioned a little bit differently if it would happen to be the lavender one. But on the other hand, I did get a little bit... My mind was thinking about all the other possibilities because of the very fact that I didn't even manage to actually look them all through before. that was a problem. And it could have been the tobacco one as well, because there was that one other person who quite clearly had smoked a lot, but didn't exactly smell like tobacco. And there would have been one here that would have smelled like tobacco. So it could have been him. And then I just remembered that there was that one who breathed in a specific manner, but I didn't remember, was it... Like, I wouldn't have chosen that if there would have been a clearer sign before, that it would have been someone else, or if I would have noticed the thing about the lavender oil water. But yeah, if he smells of lavender oil, then I would have thought that you would have mentioned it before and not just in the end, because you mentioned about the forest and all other sort of stuff. But I guess it's fine that we keep this as the end result. I was still annoyed that I wasn't able to look them all through. I might have done the right choice then, I might not have done the right choice, I don't know. I did waste a lot of time in the beginning nonetheless, investigating them from the future away though, at the start. Sort of a shame though. At least that one would have been done.